Hello, Gemini. This is Soul from Intuitive Tarot, here to look at your week ahead starting May 18th, 2026. My twins, I hope all is well. Any new subscribers, welcome to the channel. I appreciate you. The deck I am using will be listed in the description box. Not, of course, reading any reversals, just cleansing the energies here from Dawn Taurus's messages for the week. And we're about to grab all the energies here related to Gemini. Okay, so what's the energy that Gemini can expect for this upcoming week? Give me all the messages here for Gemini. All right, that's pretty good, I think. Let's see what we come up with. Energies for Gemini. For the first card in energy for you, we got the Lovers. And of course, you know the Lovers represent you. So this is the very first card that's coming out for you in terms of the messages, Gemini. And that means that since the Lovers represent you, this will be a splendid, spectacular week for many of you that I'm reading for. Lovers always levels things out in terms of engagements with other people, always on the same plane, seeing eye to eye with one another. It could be a week of just spending quality time with those that you are close to, that you love. Could be family, could be romantic partners, could be platonic friends. It could be business partners. And of course, you know that the Lovers has the ability to form and pull in together those relationships that I just mentioned. Someone could be getting married this week, but I always throw in that disclaimer. It may not be this week. It could be a wedding in the near future, but it also could be an invite to a wedding in the near future. All right, so we got the major arcana of the Lovers here to represent. Up next, now we have the Three of Pentacles. Okay, so the Three of Pentacles here just represents there's some form of recognition that may be coming your way. The energies are going up on the 18th, so maybe by the 20th. It's usually 3 days that some sort of recognition comes your way. That could be coming straight from your employer, could be outside of your employment. Usually some form of completion of some sort of task or project or something like that. You may meet somebody or be introduced to somebody new, and then also assign workplace love affairs and attraction to that Three of Pentacles. Up next, now we have, oh, look at this. Now you got the Star card, Major Arcana. All right, so the Star card is in the spread. So again, whatever it is that you're hoping for, wishing for, praying for may come to you this week. I just remember the last time I used this deck, someone was very upset that these cards, this lady was nude here. She's not really nude. She's just, anyway, I don't want to waste no time getting involved with that. If you guys can't handle these cards here, please don't look at the video, but, save your comments for somebody else. Anyway, she's the Star. Okay, so a week of excitement or surprises could be occurring. There could be some sort of expansion or development when it comes to your own psychic energies, all right? Stargazing, dream journaling, meeting somebody famous, or meeting somebody, definitely meeting somebody famous. There's a possibility with that. And of course, I always assign social media and social networking to the Star. Following that, now we have the Five of Brooms. This is the Five of Wands. The Five of Wands, how I read that, is usually the projection of energy that may come onto you by others in the form of petty fights, disputes, and arguments. It's not your energy, Gemini. Don't waste your time. If you don't add fuel to that fire, then you won't have to deal with this experience this week. For others, it could be just accumulation of some sort of energy going on with you throughout the week. And if that is the case, then it's not going to be something that sticks around too long. Following the Five of Wands here for you, Gemini, now we have the Seven of Brooms. Seven of Brooms here, I always say when it comes to actions or decisions, always follow through with whatever it is that you have intentions on doing this week. If you do, you should be okay. If you don't, this is a card that comes through as a reminder of a regret because you didn't follow through. Okay, so always follow through. Stand your ground. Following the Seven of Brooms, now we have the Ace of Brooms. Okay, quick, fiery energy coming in here. that may form some sort of happiness or put a smile on your face. This is a card that I always regard as the card of initializing something new. Aces and pages always begin something new. So for some of you, it could be a new relationship that sits underneath the lovers. Now, that relationship could be romantic, platonic. It could be anything going on with the family. It could be a business partnership. For others, it could be just, taking upon a new creative interest or a hobby. All right. And this too also has an element of surprise. Next up, we have one of the big money cards here. This is the Nine of Pentacles. Financial independence. Either you're striving to be or you already are. Like the Three of Pentacles that it sits underneath, there could be some sort of form of recognition coming your way, and that could be coming straight from your employer, once again, in the form of a job offer. Promotion, contracts, businesses, bonus money, pay raises. And I usually branch the Nine of Pentacles out and, amongst the other messages in your spread in the form of opportunities. But keep in mind, as a disclaimer, it doesn't always relate to money, but there could be some other opportunities that may open up to you. So always be on the lookout for that. If you have access to this type of money and you want to treat yourself or treat others to something very nice, you're to do so without having to amass any types of guilt, because this card always comes through to say that you are worthy of whatever it is that you worked hard for. All right, so that's the Nine of Pentacles. Following the Nine of Pentacles, we have the major arcana, the Chariot. And look, it sits underneath the Star card. Wow. So the Chariot is one of two cards that I equate with that Star card. The Nine of Cups would be the other one. So now, again, this could be a very exciting week that is met with a lot of surprises. Okay, because we have a Chariot, and now we have a double dose of that Star. So you have your own energy here, Gemini, that opened us up. And then we have the Star card. Then we have the Chariot. So when the Chariot shows up, it's usually something that's moving towards you that's very, very positive. All right. Now, it follows one of the big money cards here. So again, I always say that someone could be purchasing a vehicle. Doesn't necessarily have to be a new vehicle. Some of you may experience having to deal with car repairs, major or minor. Just don't be the Gemini that gets behind any source of any vehicle and disregard the speeding limit, because no matter how positive this card is, you still may end up with a moving violation. Other Geminis might be traveling this week, and if you are, you're going to be safe to and from. Again, equating that with the Star card, we have more social media, social networking engagement. Following the Chariot here for you. Now, we got the Nine of Cups. You got triple the energy of that Star. Okay, so we got the Nine of Cups. We have the Chariot. These are the only two cards that I equate with this card that you have already drawn, Gemini. You can't get no better than this. It may not be an equal number of cups, but it's high up there when it comes to the emotions. So whatever it is that you're putting out there this week is what you're going to get back. This too also involves wish fulfillment. So whatever you're wishing for, hoping for, praying for, again, may come to you threefold, because we have three cards that would represent wish fulfillment. It is also the yes answer to your romantic questions. All right. And then I forgot to mention in the last video when the Nine of Cups showed up here, if this card shows up here, because I always count it in a group of cards, that if it shows up in your spread, you may already be receiving that energy from those that are near and dear. All right. So the last card I have for you to draw is the major arcana, the Moon. Okay. So this is important because the Moon, definitely you want to put a check on your emotions this week, because that Moon has a tendency to be very, very fluid in terms of sending our emotions up real high or sending our emotions down real low. You always want to try to strike a balance when it comes to your emotions, but this also could be a week of where people who are around you sort of get more deeply involved in their feelings towards you. So that could be a family member, that could be a romantic partner, that could be a friend. Okay, it could be a coworker as well. Secrets may become revealed, things that were kept or hidden from you. That's usually the revelation of the Moon, or illuminated by the Moon. And then also paying attention to your intuition, because that Moon is all about helping you with your intuition. All right. Trust the process. Shadow energy to finish you off, Gemini, we have the Knight of Brooms. Okay, so the Knight of Brooms, all right, is usually regarded as what I say could be a family member, could be a friend, could be a romantic partner that comes in or comes along to help you with something that you may need help with. They come in quickly, but they exit just as quickly as they come through once the help is done. But the presence of this Knight of Wands in your spread could also indicate, since you have high significant cards here in terms of relationships and partnerships, of how fast the new relationship could take shape and form, romantic as well as platonic. Things are intensifying, things are heating up when the Knight of Brooms shows up here. He's a court card, so he's very passionate about what he does. So that could, again, be a new relationship, could be an existing relationship. All right, so this is what I have for you, Gemini, this week. Just keep in mind, as always, it's just me interpreting these messages here for you. Take what's going to work, leave the rest alone. Before you exit, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Have a safe, great week ahead. Many of you will with this spread that I just played out here for you. Always come back here to get more of these messages from me, Gemini, and I will talk to you real soon. Ciao.